Bonjour, gamers. Welcome to the first stream of 2024. Happy New Year. Whee!
Hi, chat.
Hang on, I have a button for this. My button, my sound alerts didn't go off. What the fuck? God damn it, Stream Deck, you fucked it up again! Ah! But yes, hi everybody! Welcome to stream! Welcome to stream, first stream of the year. Who's excited? Who is excited? Yes, so, well, first, Milo, oh my god. She, like, can't decide if she wants to be a lap cat or not, and so instead she's being the biggest nuisance imaginable. But yeah, so first, Tiny Vector. I think I have him working. I was checking the settings with my mods after the last stream. He should be working now. So he will respond to super chats and memberships. And then also my mods can make him say whatever they want. I might extend that ability to members if you guys be good. Oh Lord. Okay, so here's our test. Vector, do you have words you wish to say?
I have woken from my nap, refreshed and ready to rain the fire.
There he is.
Forgotten gods upon you all. Beware all who enter here, for the silly goof who runs this channel. Whoa, star be upon ye.
Thank you, Vector. Yes, so, my moderators might be inflicting, Vector upon us occasionally. Also, I had to turn it down because I couldn't hear him, but then I couldn't hear Vector, so it was like a whole thing. How was the audio on that, by the way? Was he very loud? Was he a loud boy? He gets real quiet when you speak, but he's good. Okay. Oh, I have all these windows open. But yeah, so he should react to me when I say things. So. Also, Jared Sadewater, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you. And we got some hearts in the chat. Let's go. There's a sleeper agent activated by the word membership. I believe it, honestly. At this point, I would believe it. But yeah, so, you know, Vector, my sweet son, still has a couple of kinks to work out, I think. But, you know, he's not bad. He's not bad. He should be working. Yippee. Jay, what are you making my son say now? Give him a minute, he's shy.
Chat, Mom got me some trauma for the holidays. I wanted a red bicycle.
Vector, you can't get a bicycle. You'd fall off and skin your knees. Anyway. So that's Vector. So that's Tiny Vector. He does things. But yes, so we have an agenda for today. It's the star agenda. I'm not giving him a bicycle. You can't. You can't make me. But yes. So we have a couple of things to discuss on this here stream. I wanted to do like a just chatting stream, but I can't not have, you know, things happening. So we also have these. We also have, I've got my canvas in the background and then I can draw and stuff. Oh, good. Dawn's getting him to say things now too. It takes him a minute. Any second now. He doesn't like Dawn, apparently. But yeah, so I have a document of stuff that we need to talk about, and it's a whole page. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna follow this up with like some kind of blog entry on my Patreon. But yeah. So first and foremost, in case you guys haven't noticed, Castoff's back. Comic is back from hiatus. Let's freaking go! Beep, 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 beep. I have to do it manually. I have to make the sounds with my mouth because my freaking air horn button broke again. I hate it. I hate that every single time I update OBS, it breaks. Ugh. But yeah, so in case you guys haven't seen it, Castoff is back from hiatus. Did you miss it? How badly did you miss it? Were you counting the days? And how traumatized do you guys think I'm going to make you in this chapter? But yeah, so the cover page of chapter 12 is up now. There will be more.
Celebrate Castoff coming back by getting Mom to give me a cookie.
Vector, I'll give you a cookie after the stream. Vector, stop interrupting me. But yeah, so the cover of chapter 12 is up now. And for a while, we are going to be at 1 page a week because that's what I said. It's like, I need to be at 1 page a week for the first couple of weeks just to build up my buffer because honestly, I came back from hiatus sooner than I probably should have. But I'm really excited for chapter 12, you guys. I'm super duper excited. But that is the first thing that I wanted to talk about. My original plan was I was only going to be doing 1 page a week for like the first couple of weeks, like maybe the month of January, and then going back to 2 pages a week. Unfortunately,
I'm super duper excited for chapter 12 too, Mom. I can have cookie now?
Vector, you can have a cookie later. Thank you, mods. But yes. So the original plan was bring the comic back to 2 times a week in February, but upon doing some more thinking, we're starting the stream off with some bad news, is that we're back from hiatus, but we are going to be staying at 1 page a week for a little longer than originally anticipated. But there is a good reason for it, of course, because I never want to do this kind of stuff without a good reason. So I was supposed to do the Castoff Volume 1 Kickstarter last year. That was the original intent. The original goal was to run the Kickstarter last year. That's why I did the whole, like, take a month off during the summer to work on revisions, la-di-da-di-da. And then it ended up being way more work than I expected. And then I got really, really busy with, like, cons and finishing the year and the How to Webcomic Kickstarter and all this other stuff. And I just got really, really, really busy. But I have been putting off the Castoff Chapter 12, or the Castoff Volume 1 Kickstarter for like 5 years. I've been putting it off for so freaking long. And I don't want to put it off anymore. God damn it. So the comic will be staying at 1 page a week, updating on Fridays only, for a little bit longer than anticipated. But I'm going to be using... Thank you, Vector. I know. Everybody's been telling me that, but I'm a workaholic is the problem. But yeah, so the extra time... we're going to be doing 1 page a week for the foreseeable future. Hopefully not too long. Basically just until revisions are done. Which might be a couple of months, unfortunately. Because, you know, it's a lot of pages that need to be revised. Like, chapter 1 is pretty much done. So that's a big chunk. And I've been working on the prologue for the last couple of days, and I have 2 more pages left of the prologue that I need to finish. And that's not a lot, honestly. So I was hoping to finish the I was hoping to finish the prologue today, and then I got distracted with podcast nonsense, which we will circle back to. Also, Allie, thank you for the membership. I appreciate it. Vector should respond to that. I don't know why he's not. I don't know if he knows how to do memberships. Vector, sweet boy. Anyway. Well, he's shy. He is shy. But yeah, so...
Hi, new member.
There we go. Oh, well, that was something to slice. Yes, I have some text program that he's supposed to say whenever new members join, but I don't know why it's not working.
Mom, you told me not to talk to strangers.
Vector, okay, listen. I remember I had this exact conversation with my mom when I was a kid, because there was like a lady giving out free samples at the grocery store. And when my mom was like, do you want a free sample? It's like, you go up and talk to her. I'm like, Mother, you told me not to talk to strangers. And she was like, well, that's a good stranger. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know the difference? Anyway, back on topic. So yeah, basically I'm going to be using the extra time to be working on Kickstarter revisions, revising the first 4 chapters plus the prologue to eventually be made into volume 1 of Castoff that will hopefully be kickstarting sometime this summer. That is the goal. And in order to achieve that goal, Castoff is going to be staying at 1 page a week for the foreseeable future. That is the downside, but the upside is that hopefully by the end of this nonsense, we will have a book in our hands. And I will probably scream about it a lot. You guys will know when it's happening. I will let you guys freaking know when it is happening. Does this mean we get to bully you about revisions? Yes. So I have been working on revisions for the prologue for the last couple of days. Like I said, there's only 2 pages left. I should have finished today, didn't because I got sidetracked. But yeah, so we'll probably do a couple of more revision streams. But honestly, the thing about streaming art is that I do tend to work a lot faster when I'm not streaming. And so the revision streams probably won't be super duper regular. We shall see. And also, like, the further I get in the comic, the fewer revisions will need to be made at all. So, yeah. But yeah, I know that not doing 2 pages a week for a while is kind of disappointing. But it's for a good cause, and I hope you guys understand. I really do want to get through chapter 12, but I mean, the other benefit is that I haven't finished scripting chapter 13 yet, and it has been stressing me out. So this will actually give me more time to work on the script for that, as well as working on revisions for the new book, and you know. But yeah. So Castoff will be updating Fridays only for a couple months here. But that is a perfectly reasonable schedule for me, and then I have plenty of time throughout the rest of the week to work on other stuff. I'm trying to finish all of the revisions by the end of April at the absolute latest. So hopefully by that point is when we will be returning to a full update schedule, but no guarantees. That's just kind of my goal. My goal was finish, like I said, chapter 1 is done, finish the prologue by the end of January.
So they take me a week to read anyway.
See, my problem is I can't hear Vector super well. I know that you guys can hear him, but I can't hear him very well. I don't know if there's a way for me to potentially fix that, the playback volume. It's a bit quiet. It's kind of hard to hear. I mean, let me try something. Advanced audio properties. Vector to TS. Do-do-do. The problem is I'm not quite sure what channel he's coming out of. Is it not Vector's nature to be quiet? No, you're right. It is. It's true. Here, I will raise his gain by 6 decibels. We'll see if that does anything. Because I'm not quite sure what he's coming through right now.
If I type like this, do I shout?
Was that any louder? Was that any louder? Vector doesn't know how to scream. He's a shy baby. It's better? Okay, sick. Cool. Much better? All right. Good. Excellent. I don't know why I can't see the... Maybe I hid the audio source. Unhide all. It's so weird, because like I can't see the audio source just like here. Oh, control audio via OBS maybe?
Can you hear me, mother?
I can hear him, but I don't know why it's like, hang on, make him say something again. I'll have to mess around with this later, but yeah, Vector has some stuff we need to figure out with poor sweet boy.
Something again.
Okay, see, it's not coming out of the right channel, though. That's so weird. I don't know how this shit works. It's so weird. I don't know why it's being weird, OBS. But yes, so where was I? Yes, so the goal is to be done with all my revisions by end of April. I should hopefully be able to finish before that. If I'm not done by May, I will be extremely mad at myself because that's around when I want to run the Kickstarter. Oh, so I don't know when this is going to go live, but Kickstarter does let you make like pre-release Kickstarter pages. So basically like lets you bookmark the page and then get an alert when it goes live. So that's... I'm going to try and make that soon, but it's like you have to fill out most of the details before you set it to work. But yeah, so that'll probably be active in the months leading up to the Kickstarter, but like you won't actually be able to pledge to or anything until the campaign actually goes live. So that's the plan. Be on the lookout for that. I'm sure I will be screaming about it nonstop once it goes up. But yeah, so Kickstarter this summer, hopefully. Looking forward. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. But yeah, so the prologue, like I said, is almost done being revised. There were like simultaneously, like the tweaks have been pretty easy, but they've also required a lot of effort because like most of the prologue is just effects work. And there's a lot of effects in the prologue. I don't know if you guys know this about my prologue. It's very beefy with the effects layers, and those take a while. And if you know anything about my art, you know I have a tendency to overdo it with the effects sometimes, so I've actually had to go back in later and kind of turn them down a little bit because they got a bit too much. But yeah. So I'm hoping... I do still need to work on the page for this week. Which means I gotta do a new 3D model because I'm changing the scene and that's the whole thing. But I'm working on it. I have the first 8 pages of chapter 12 done. So I've got a decent buffer right now, especially if we keep it at 1 page a week for a while. So, but yeah, my other plan is that I want to start going back and forth between me and my printer before the campaign even starts, so that we don't have quite such a... If you guys backed the How to Webcomic Kickstarter, you might remember there was a little bit of a delay between when I said I was going to buy the books and then when I actually ended up getting them, and so they were delayed by a couple months. I would like that to not happen again. So I'm probably going to email my printer pretty soon and see if I can't start a back and forth with them before I actually run the Kickstarter. Because usually you can't start a back and forth with them until after you've paid for the project. But like, I don't know how many books I'm going to get. I haven't run the Kickstarter yet. But just to save some time, I'm going to ask if maybe I can put a deposit down to like actually, you know, get them to notice me, and then we can start like working on stuff a little bit. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot more logistics with this one too, because of how much more colorful and intense the comic pages are compared to How to Webcomic, which was mostly text. But yeah, what do you mean there's 200 people here? Hello? Why are so many of you guys here? Why are there 200 people watching? Do I need to do just chatting streams more frequently? Apparently I do. Because dang. Because dang, apparently. Like, my art streams are basically just chatting streams, but nothing better to do. Chill streams, my beloved. Oh my goodness. Just chatting and karaoke. Apparently I need to do both more frequently now.
Mom,
God.
there's a lot of people here, and Miss Jacobs said I should hide when this happens.
Vector's so quiet I can't hear him very well.
Oh,
Vector, I
gosh,
can't hide
so
you.
many people.
See, I can't hear him super well. I know that you guys can hear him better, but I can't hear him super well. So I just have to hope I see the see the messages. I'm gonna have to futz with that later. But yeah. When will Tapas Early Access be updated? Soon. I have to figure out exactly how I want to do stuff. I can barely hear him. Yeah, he
Mom,
get...
do I have a blankie to hide under?
He's supposed to... hang on. Okay, so there's you. What if I turn off the noise canceling filter on you? What if I turn that off? Maybe that might help, so then people can still hear him when I talk. Yeah, sweet little Vector, sweet little boy. It's a work in progress. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's fine. But yeah, Tapas, I need to go back and like schedule the new pages. But the updates are probably just going to be one page from now on.
I am free from the shackles of this noise canceling. It has itself been canceled.
Okay, was that better? Is he better now? Is he better now? Better baby boy? I need to figure out how to separate his audio from everything else. It's a work in progress. It is a work in progress, gang. But yeah, so stuff is coming along. It's happening. We're going. I'm reading my document with all my notes on it.
I can have a cookie now.
You can have a cookie later, Vector, after the stream. I told you. You're earning your keep right now. But yes. So I'm just reading my document with all my stuff in it. So next thing on the list is new merch. Nothing solid yet. I have a couple of new merch items I want to release over the next couple of months. But ultimately making new stuff is going to be on the back burner again while comic revisions are happening. Cause got to focus on revisions and stuff.
Hooray for new merch.
Yay! But yes, so I'm gonna be making some new merch for the Kickstarter, so my focus will probably be on that for a while. Because you gotta get the book done, and then you gotta do all the other stuff. It's a lot. But yeah, so some new stuff that I want to do in the future is so the characters have their keychains right now. But right now, so they have keychains and they have stickers. The keychains are only the main three. Vector, Frankie, and Ariana are like the only ones with like normal keychains of them right now. I have the main 6. That's the main quintet plus Zara. There's no Sage because I did these like 3 years ago. I have them also as stickers, and it uses the same art for the keychains. But the thing is that those designs are kind of old. And so I would like to eventually phase those versions out and then make new versions where the entire cast can be included and they will all be both keychains and stickers, and then everything will be delightful. New art, new designs. I'm thinking like main original outfit on one side, newer outfits on the back, because that's cute. But yeah, so that's not going to be Kickstarter related. That's going to be probably maybe sometime. I would love to do those before MomoCon because I have, oh gosh, no. I want to do those by April because there's another thing in April. We got to circle back to this, but basically I have a couple of events coming up that I would like to have some new merch for. And that's kind of first on my list. I also want to do some merch for like new holidays. So we have like the Halloween themed charms with all the cast as wizard, and I've kind of finished the new, I finished the whole main cast of those. So now I want to, is it April Fool's? No. I can't announce it yet because we haven't started talking about it yet. Or it hasn't been announced yet. So I'm not allowed to talk about it just yet. Well, I mean, I probably can, but it's not like, I'll announce it when it gets actually announced. But yeah, so I'm going to, it's going to be a little bit tricky to juggle new merch while I'm also doing new comic revision stuff. But I'm going to try to get some new stuff out here in the next couple of months. Like I said, new keychains. I know you guys are going to freak out when I say this, but I do want to do Castoff plushies because everybody's been asking for them. But here's the thing. I said this once already. Makeshift left me on red. Makeshift did not... They left me on red. They did not. They are not interested. So instead, I'm taking matters into my own hands. I've made some pillow plushies in the past with it basically just like the character printed on like a little pillow, and it's like soft.
This is not a drill, people. Go wild. Throw things. Plushies are coming.
Like I said, don't get too excited. It's not going to be like makeshift plushies because they left me on red, and those involve like a really high minimum order quantity. It's like a whole thing. But pillow plushies are fairly easy to make. And I've made them in the past. I still have some on my store. So I want to do some cast-off versions. I'm thinking regular outfit on one side, cute little pajamas on the other side of the pillow, and then it's a little pillow, and then it's squish. If you want to see a sample of the type of stuff I'm talking about, I do have some plushies on my store that are like that same type of thing. But I want to do some new art for them to be like cutesier and more, you know, like plushy cuteness. Yes. Grapefruit Nerd, thank you for the super chat. Let's see if Vector says it. Give him a minute. Vector, this is the part where you're supposed to say the super chat. Vector, oh my god. Vector, you're supposed to be able to read super chats. Vector! Vector, why aren't you doing it? Hang on. Vector, please. Vector, you're supposed to say it. He forgot his lines. My poor sweet boy.
Oh, right. Frankie Pillow Plushie.
Thank you for the cover-up, chat. I appreciate it. I have too many dang windows open. It's hard for me to see what's going on. It should... I don't know why he's not reading super chats and memberships like he should be. It's a little bit more finicky with YouTube stuff, I think. Hang on. The application. See, the app is open. Triggered by chat commands. Only mods can use it. Oh, subs member. Okay, that's not it.
It's okay, Mom. Some things don't work right away. You're still great and chat loves you.
Aww! That was cute! Wait, I wasn't looking at chat. Who made him say that? Aww. Cute! It should be working. I don't know why it's not. Like, I have it set so that it doesn't read swears. But there were no swears in that. So I don't know why it's not working. Ugh. See, this is one of those things where it's like, if I was still streaming on Twitch, this would actually work more consistently because it just, the integrations work better. But, anyway. So yeah, VectorBot is a work in progress. Let Vector say the F word? No. Is it the usernames make it harder? I don't think so. I don't think that should be an issue. I don't know. But yes, the Grapefruit Nude, thank you for the super chat. Sorry Vector gets shy. Aribot coming? No, Ariana doesn't want to be included because she's no fun. She's no fun allowed. Hammers the sign into the ground.
I'm legally not allowed to swear.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not allowed to swear. Oh boy, the wind's picking up. We're getting a storm rolling through. Why'd you stop streaming on Twitch? Because Twitch sucks. The only good thing about Twitch is the integrations and that everything works very well with Twitch and it works less well on YouTube. Which is fine. I earn more money on YouTube. And I actually, you know, get viewers on YouTube.
Would
Literally.
Swear, but she said streaming is lame and for nerds.
Yeah, exactly. My average on Twitch was like 15 to 20 for like the entire 6 years that I streamed on Twitch. Sometimes lower, depending on what I was doing. There are 200 plus people in chat right now. And I'm just talking about stuff. That's wild. And that is entirely because of YouTube, and this platform has allowed me to grow my audience in that way. So, I mean, screw Twitch, right? But yeah. So I want to do new merch for the Kickstarter. I want to do new merch in general. My other thing is just like, so I was telling a friend about this on a voice
and
chat
because
recently.
Of me,
is that
right, Mom?
Vector, sweet baby. We came for VectorBot. Apparently, he's shy, but you get it. Anyway, I was talking to a friend about my schedule. And so the issue that I'm having right now, it's not really an issue, but it's just like, it's a sense of scale and relativity, I guess, is that I've been trying to slow down and chill the hell out on, you know, like making new merch and updating the comic and doing new stuff and streaming all the time and posting constantly because I had to keep up that schedule. When I first started doing freelance art, when I first made art my job, I kind of had to keep up that crazy schedule because it was the only way that I could pay my rent. Is like I kind of like had to constantly be doing stuff, and I had to constantly be making new merch, and I had to constantly be doing things all the time, but that was the only way I made it work, right? Is like that struggle was so constant, it was just like the hustle, right? It's like, but I had to. It was like I was running on a treadmill and the treadmill was powering my house. You know, so like I kind of had to keep that momentum. But now, with a combination of my YouTube blowing up and my Patreon doing a lot better. Yeah, by the way, we hit like 2K a month on Patreon. I was at like 700 at the start of 2023. I'm still blown away by that. I don't know what happened, but like, thank you. I'm still kind of mentally processing. That's a lot.
Mom,
yeah.
That's a lot of cookie money.
Vector, what is it with you and cookies? But yeah, so like, Laporte Industries, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so like the Patreon's been doing a lot better now. And the nice thing about Patreon is it's consistent. It's monthly. It's as long as I keep it going, that will be a consistent form of income. Oh, hold on. Let me add this as a thing. a note to come back to because I wanted to ask you guys for some feedback on a potential change I want to make to the Patreon. It's an additive change. It's not a subtraction. Nothing on the Patreon is going away. But I've been having thoughts and I wanted to hear you guys' opinions on it. But we will circle back to that. Oh my goodness. Ellie, thank you for the super chat. Vector. My boy is shy. I don't know why it's not working, gang. I don't know why he's too shy to read super chats. He should be able to read super chats. Vector. The whole point was that you were supposed to read super chats, my boy. I don't know why he's not working. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe just we'll figure it out.
Cookies? I saw cookies. Can I have cookie now?
You can have a cookie later, Vector. I keep saying. But yeah, Vector, I guess he's too shy. I guess he just doesn't want to read the super chat. Maybe I'll I actually know the person. I actually know the dev casually. We're mutuals on Twitter. We've exchanged a few DMs. I might message them and be like, hey, I can't get it to work for YouTube. Help. He's just nervous. Yeah, he's just nervous. But yeah, maybe we just let the mods talk for Vector. If the super chats aren't working. I'd hate for you guys to pay for super chats and then Vector can't read them. So motivate Vector to read super chats with a cookie. Maybe. If I give him too many cookies, he's gonna get all crazy. If I give him too many cookies, he's gonna be too excited and then he's gonna just be bouncing off the walls. And he's so small. And then he won't eat dinner, exactly. But yeah, so I will circle back to the Patreon thing. How the hell are there 227 people here? I think that's the most I've ever had on.
That is an excellent idea. Think of how much I'll be able to read on sugar.
Stop. Vector, you can have a cookie when the stream is over. Not right now, you'll ruin your dinner. Anyway, yeah, so what I was saying was when I first started freelancing, when I first started transitioning over to making art my full-time job, I kind of had to keep up the momentum. I had to keep going because if I stopped, I wouldn't be able to pay for stuff.
Can I have a cookie for dinner then?
You can't have a cookie for dinner. That's not healthy. But the nice thing now is that with the Patreon doing so well and the YouTube doing so well and the store doing well and everything, all the good that's come from the past year has come from YouTube. Like the comic is, I advertise my webcomic in my YouTube videos. The YouTube videos get so many views and then so many new people are finding the webcomic. Then people are joining the Patreon because of that. And because the videos are such good marketing, I now barely have to market my store anymore because people find it anyway. And all of this good nonsense has come from YouTube just in the past year. And it's what has let me take a hiatus from conventions. Like I said, I'm kind of on a chill from conventions for a while, with the exception of a few shows where I'm getting invited as a guest. I will circle back to that. But yeah, and so for the first time since I started this job, I've been able to actually slow down and not have to keep that momentum. And it's been really nice, but also difficult to adjust to because, I've been running on that treadmill. I've been hustling for 4 years. Yeah. And so I'm still kind of struggling to, slow the hell down and not have to worry about putting out new merch constantly, not have to worry about doing conventions all the time, not have to worry about being constantly working, constantly doing stuff. It's the first time I've been able to chill, really chill and not have to work 80-hour weeks it's the first time I've been able to do that in 4 years. And so it's taking some adjustment. It's taking a bit of an adjustment period. But, hopefully, like, I'll figure it out. Being constantly stressed and then not being stressed feels weird. Yes, that's basically exactly what it is. I was stressed.
We gotta help her, chat.
Yes, I don't know how to relax anymore. That's something I learned. So I forced myself to take the last week of the year off. And like not do anything that was like on my usual work schedule. And it was hard. I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just like, I was venting in one of my friend group chats. I was just like, guys, I need tasks. I need tasks. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. But yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting into the rhythm of, you know, chilling the hell out. I do still have goals. I do still have stuff I need to do. But yeah. With all you do, the break is well deserved, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, like, friggin', it's gotten to the point where, like, my friends were telling me I needed to relax, and my family was telling me I needed to relax, and, like, my mods were telling me I needed to relax. And, like, I knew that I did, but it was so hard to just take time to myself. I realized how bad it was getting when even my audience was telling me that I needed to slow down. It's like, you guys only see what I post online. You don't see the rest of the stress. But like, even then people were saying like, Star, you can take a longer hiatus. It's okay. It's like, you just don't burn yourself out. And I'm like, shit, they see me. If the audience is seeing me and they're telling me I need to take a break, then that I'm not doing a very good job at hiding how stressed I am I? So I've been trying to be good. I have been trying to be good. I have a new rule that I'm starting. It's kind of a New Year's resolution, but it wasn't intended as a New Year's resolution. It just happened at the right time. Where I'm not allowed to work after 7 p.m. I tell myself 7 p.m., you close out of your stuff. You're not allowed to, if it relates to your income, you're not allowed to touch it after 7 p.m. With the exception of days like D&D days where I literally just spend all day playing D&D and don't do shit all else, I'll let myself like schedule some social media posts in the evening or something, just so I feel like I did something with my day. But aside from that, no working after 7 p.m. But yeah, and so I'm trying to keep to that. I've been good. I've been keeping to it so far. Don't you usually stream until 8? Yeah, stream days are gonna be the exception, but I don't work on.
I get Milo and Molly to help me steal her pen and stuff, so she has to stop.
Don't encourage the cats to steal things, Vector. No. Joke's on you, by the way. I don't need a pen to do things. I can use a mouse too. Haha. But yeah, I do stream until 8. Occasionally, but also most of my a lot of my streams are games, and I figure just like once a week going an hour past my time is fine. I don't want to change my stream schedule, and I don't want to say work until 8 every single night. So
they're bigger than me.
There will be a handful of exceptions, like drawing streams. But still the laptop then? I don't have a laptop. I mean, I do, but I use it for my office. I have a big PC, which I upgraded over my break, by the way. Baby has a big, beefy new graphics card and new RAM. And installing it was hell on earth because my cooler covers up half of my RAM slots. I had to like partially disassemble the computer. And it took 4 hours. But it works! But yeah, so I was using an RTX 3060 was my old graphics card. I now have a 4070, so beef. First stream with the new graphics card, seems like it's doing well. I'm also not doing anything like terribly beefy with it. We'll see how it goes once I stream Baldur's Gate on Friday, we'll see. But yeah, so I'm trying to chill out is basically the moral of the story here. The conclusion that I'm coming to is your girl is trying to chill the hell out. So comics gonna be a little slower. Streams are gonna be less frequent for a while too, because I really do want to conserve my energy to focus on getting the Kickstarter set up and doing all that stuff. So I'm probably just gonna be doing Mondays and Fridays for a while. Kind of like this week, I only have a stream on Monday and Friday. I'm probably going to stick to that for a little bit because that'll allow for like 1 game stream and 1 art stream per week, which should be plenty. But yeah, streaming was just, you know, another thing that I have to worry about, that I have to schedule, that I got to do all the stuff for. So streams will be less frequent. The comic's only going to upgrade once a week. Yeah, you know, fewer new merch items, but like I'm still gonna have all the old stuff. Videos are probably also gonna come out less frequently. I'm gonna aim for once a month for a little while. Shorts will still be coming out periodically. I usually have them set to upload Mondays and Fridays. Like Mondays and Fridays, that's the day the comic updates. That's the day I post shorts. But shorts are like really freaking easy. I can make a short in 30 minutes. And they're really good for marketing. Like I've been posting shorts more regularly, and it's been good for my views and my stats recently. So, you know, it's like the shorts are a good investment, and they're also a small investment of my time, so I can still do those pretty consistently. But yeah, I'm basically slowing down as much as I can without going overboard, you know?
Mom, did we do a 100K special yet?
Not a stream or anything. I did upload my 100,000 subscriber video a while back, but not a lot of people watched that one. To be fair, it wasn't like technically a video about like 100,000 subscribers, like Q&A or anything, but I did talk. It was a lot of me like talking about YouTube and talking about a lot of the stuff I'm talking about here, basically. Just like what life has been like and how YouTube has changed the game for me recently. And it's a good video and you should watch it. It is long though, because I do babble a lot. It's on the longer side. I think it's like close to 40 minutes, but you know. But yeah, so streams are gonna be less frequent. Conserving my energy. I'm reading my document again. But yeah, so goal is to run the Castoff Volume 1 Kickstarter sometime in early summer, May or June. Like late May is my goal for starting it, because I want to be doing... I want to have the Kickstarter running when I get to MomoCon. Oh, Jerry Wallace, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so we can talk about this now, because I want to have the Kickstarter running during MomoCon, because MomoCon is I don't know if you guys saw. I posted on my socials and on my Discord, but I don't know if you saw. I'm gonna be a guest at MomoCon this year. Oh, Vector said something and I missed it. But yes, MomoCon this year. I'm guesting. They invited me as a guest and I said yes, and it's happening, and I'm on the website and it's happening and I'm very excited. If you're not familiar, MomoCon is at the end of May. It's in Atlanta. It's my favorite convention and I get to be a guest there and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be one of their comics guests and it's gonna be cool. My first guest appearance, not chronologically, but my first guest appearance that I was invited to is very exciting. I guess technically I've been a guest at like this little library con in Pflugerville a couple of times, but MomoCon's like my first big
You're
con.
taking me with you, right, Mom?
Yes, Vector, you're coming too. But yeah, the nice thing about guesting is I am going to get an artist alley, like I'm going to get a table in their like little guest area, I believe. And so I'll be just bringing like my original stuff with me, which is just like my Castoff stuff and my how to web comic books and like my pins and, you know, original things. And I'm so excited for how light my suitcases are gonna be. If I don't need to bring my full convention setup, I'm so excited. But yeah, so I will have some other guest appearances. I have one more lined up. It hasn't been announced yet, so I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it's a thing in Texas. So hopefully I'll be able to talk about that in the next couple of weeks. I've been emailing the guy back and forth. But But yeah. I have a couple of things in Texas coming up, but none of them have been officially announced yet, so I'm gonna zip my lip on those for now. Anime Austin. Anime Austin's freaking dead. It was supposed, like, they just, after the last con I went to, they have not updated the website or said anything after that con. I think Anime Austin might be in the ground. I think Anime Austin is dead. San Japan. I did email San Japan and was like, hey, do you want me as a guest, San Japan Senpai? They have not gotten back to me yet because I sent that email like 3 days ago. But hopefully San Japan, that would be cool. That would be cool. San Japan is my favorite con in Texas, so I would love. But yes. So yeah, that'll be happening. Keep an eye on my socials. I'll be announcing those as they happen. But yes. Okay, and then I want to talk about like new merch. I already talked about that. Okay, so as far as other stuff, summary of everything we've talked about up until now. Castoff is back from hiatus, but it's going to only be updating on Fridays for the foreseeable future while I work on Kickstarter revision. So we're gonna be at 1 page a week for a while, Fridays only. I know it's disappointing, but it's for a good cause. Also, YouTube uploads will be less frequent. Streams are going down to twice a week. We're not gonna do Wednesday streams for a while. We're just gonna do Mondays and Fridays. I'm planning new merch. No ETA on that. I would like to get it done before MomoCon in the summer. I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, so basically is like I'm kind of scooting back, taking it chill for a while, so that I can conserve my energy and use it for Kickstarter nonsense. I hope you guys understand. Thank you for allowing me to pump the brakes just a little bit. But yes. So, additional stuff that I also have on here. Firstly, you see this? You see me? You see this model? You see this VTuber? Version 2.0 is officially in the works. So while I was taking my break, I used that time to work on a couple of projects that have been stuck on the back burner for a really, really, really long time. And the main one of those was my new VTuber model. It is happening. It is like 50% done. Thank you, Vector. It's like 50% done at this point. So the main outfit, the new outfit, is entirely done, entirely rendered, entirely ready to be rigged. But I'm gonna go in and I'm going to add this outfit as an alternate outfit on the same model. Like same face, same model, but I want to keep this outfit as well because, you know, this is like my main outfit. This is the one I use in all my branding, so I gotta keep it. And then I'm also doing a couple of toggles that will just make the entire thing a little bit more presentable, a little bit more detail, a little bit more pizzazz. And so I still gotta do all that. It's kind of on the back burner for right now. Now that I have to be back at work, but I'm just gonna be like poking at that over the next couple of months. My rig person, my bone dealer, she's also very busy. And so no guarantees on exactly when that's going to happen. Like your toggles for Emery, as in they work the same way. No, so the toggles for Emery, like this one, my Emery toggles are just like effects within VTube Studio. And so it's not quite the same. And those are really easy to make, but actual ones that are built into my model, have to be rigged separately. They take a lot of time. They have to be done in live 2D to get them to work properly. A sample would be, I want to, like, you know how I sit in front of my tablet? I want to actually make like a little tablet that's part of my model and then have it so that the hand will actually move around on the surface of the tablet and have it match up with my movements of my arm on my tablet. So that's going to be a thing with the next model along with a couple of other cool new upgrades. I'm going to keep them mostly secret for now. But what I will say is that Patreon supporters have seen some sneaky peekies of the model in my in the patrons only Discord, like the patrons only channel on my Discord server. So, hey, hey, with a mini vector on the shoulder. I mean, maybe. I guess I could do that. The TTS thing does let you use the live 2D model. But
Mom
I would.
is a heckin' wizard, everyone.
Yes, I am a heckin' wizard. Thank you for acknowledging it. But yes, we're working on stuff. Like I said, no ETA on that, but it's happening. Progress has actually been made, and I'm very excited about it. Let's see, what else is on my list? Oh yeah! Here's another thing that's happening. My podcast is back. My freaking podcast has been necromancied. There has been necromancy performed on my podcast. So if you guys haven't seen that already, or if you didn't know because it hasn't updated in like a year, I am one half of an idol anime themed podcast that my friend Sarah and I do. And we've been on hiatus for almost a year, but we finally just today posted a new episode. It's like a news bulletin episode. It's not like a full episode, but it talks about how we are changing the format a little bit. And we're going to like be doing some different things moving forward. So y'all should go listen to that. And you should also go subscribe to the YouTube channel for the podcast because we're trying to monetize that as well so that we can pay for some of the production costs. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my podcast, please do that. It's my little pet project that I love very much. And I get to do it with my best friend, Sarah.
Mom and Sarah got to be anime nerds together again. They were very nerdy.
Yes, it's true, Vector. Thank you. Your podcast makes me want to do my own podcast about magical girl media. You should do it. If anything, doing this podcast has taught me that you can totally get away with doing a podcast about an extremely niche genre of media, and people will enjoy it. But yeah, so basically it's like each episode, me and my girly Sarah, we talk about idol anime, and you don't have to know anything about idol anime to get into it. In fact, I would argue it's probably more fun if you don't. But yeah, so like we do like an episode. Each episode is about a season of anime. And we love it a lot, and it's a whole lot of fun. And I would highly encourage, if you guys like listening to me being absolutely feral about silly nonsense, you should absolutely go listen to the podcast because it's basically just that. And it's just me and my best friend being silly feral nerds the entire time. And if you listen to specific episodes, you can listen to me laugh so hard I cannot speak for a few minutes. There was one where it felt like I was having a mental breakdown for 3 hours of a podcast. It was a whole thing. Go listen to the Gekidol episode. That one was my favorite to record because it was an absolute nightmare. But yes, I still love the part where the bear turned into Simon Cowell. Yes, go listen to our April Fool's episode too. But yes, go listen to our podcast because it's back now. It's back now, and we're adding more audience participation into future episodes. And we'll talk all about it in the episode that was released today, so you should go listen to it. Didn't you have this theory about Sonic being the link between all anime? Yes! Here, I'll humor you guys. I will give you just a taste of the type of stupid energy that we bring to the podcast and why you should listen to it. Sonic the Hedgehog is the key. The link between every idol anime is Sonic the Hedgehog. It all links back. Because, okay, oh gosh, it's been so long. It's been so long, but this is like a legitimate conspiracy theory, is that Sonic the Hedgehog is involved in the production of every idol anime because Hatsune Miku is in every idol anime, and Hatsune Miku and Sonic are from the same universe. If you want to know what the heck that's about, You should go listen to our podcast, Idle Days. The Idle Days podcast, at Idle Days Pod on all social media, but most relevantly on YouTube. Go subscribe to our podcast so that we can eventually monetize the series. That would be great. Anyway. Speaking of idle stuff. Jay, what are you making my son say?
Mom has this big board in the garage that she doesn't let me touch, but I can't make heads or tails of it and she yells a lot while she looks at it.
See, at first I thought he was talking about a Ouija board, but now I'm not sure. Anyway, semi-related to idle stuff is, so you guys know how I have done, karaoke streams in the past? And you guys apparently really liked those. Conspiracy board. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so I've done some karaoke streams and you guys seem to really like them. And, so here's the thing. The main thing...
Mom, will you teach me to dance like Miku?
Maybe later, Vector. Miku is top idol. You gotta practice your steps first. So I've mentioned in the past potentially doing some song covers. And, you know, like posting them on the channel. The main thing that was stopping me from doing that up until now was I don't know anything about, like, audio mixing. And it freaked me out, and I was nervous about it, and I didn't... Star Miku, no. Like, I didn't know a good place to, like, commission arts or like mixing stuff or music stuff. That kind of stuff terrifies me, and I had no idea how to approach it. Well, I discovered VGen recently, and it's a website specifically for commissioning artists, and it's like mostly catered towards VTubers. And they have like you can sort tags by like you can just sort people by who does audio mixing, and you can go through and look at like all the people who have commissions open for audio mixing, and you can like look at their past examples, and it's all in one place, and it's really convenient. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess that bar of entry has just hit the floor. So I at some point now have the capability to do song covers. So I will potentially be doing that in the future. And no, I'm not terrified about it at all. She sings like a swearing angel. I'm going to assume that that was meant as a compliment. But yeah, so that is something I would like to attempt in the future. My issue right now is I've been trying to pick a song. Because there's so many. I have like an entire playlist of potential song covers that I want to do. Most of them are like J-pop or Vocaloid songs. But I have a list, and I gotta figure out what I want my first one to be. I gotta figure it out. But yeah. So we shall see. Yona Dance. I've actually thought about that one because I've been listening to it a lot recently because it's actually like, so my biggest problem with like singing anime songs is freaking I'm a contralto. My voice is very, very low. And a lot of these like cutesy anime songs that I want to sing, I can't sing that high. My voice doesn't go that high. My voice doesn't go that high, gang. I have a low voice. I have a deep voice. And so a lot of like the songs that I would love to cover, I can't because my voice doesn't go that high. Just sing an octave lower. I'm gonna have to, with a lot of songs that I want to cover. But yeah, but yeah, there's a couple that I want to do. Yona Dance is actually on there. It's a good jam. But yeah, so basically I'm in the brainstorming phase right now. I don't know if, when, how those will be happening, but sometime in the future, thoughts are, I'm thinking about it. But yeah, okay. So that's a thing that will be happening in the future. Last thing on my list of topics for the evening is I said we were going to circle back around to Patreon stuff, so that's now. So this is something that I've been stewing on for a couple of days, and I want you guys' thoughts because it's relevant to you guys. So I'm going to start this by saying nothing will be subtracted from the Patreon. You're not going to lose any benefits. I'm not changing any of that. But I'm thinking about potentially doing additive stuff for the Patreon. Because here's the thing about the Patreon. I love the Patreon. It's one of my main sources of income right now. Okay, so here. Now I can actually like use my tablet because I have a reason to draw stuff now. So go away, I said. So with my Patreon right now, I have a bunch of tiers. I have a $2 tier. I have a $5 tier. I have a $10 tier. And I have a $15 tier. So these are my 4 Patreon tiers right now. The $2 tier is just like my tip jar. It basically just like, it gets you like Patreon exclusive blogs and stuff, and it lets you vote on the mail club theme for each month. But it's pretty low price. There's not a whole lot going on there. The $5 tier, you get early Castoff pages. And so this is just like $5, you start getting early Castoff pages in addition to everything in the $2 tier. And I would love it if the $5 tier was my most popular Patreon tier, because the nice thing about the $5 tier is I don't have to do anything extra for it. Is I make the comic pages and then I post them on Patreon a couple weeks early, and it's easy peasy. It's all byproducts of making the comic, right? So there's not like too much extra stuff that I need to do. Past the $5 tier is where the mail club starts. So $10 a month, it gets you stickers, and $15 gets you the stickers and the print. Right now, my mail club tiers are my most popular Patreon tiers. $15, I have like 100 people in my $15 Patreon tier. And that's where most of my Patreon income comes from. It's a lot of people. But the issue with the mail club, I love the mail club. I enjoy doing the mail club. The problem with the mail club is it's a lot of extra stuff. Because I have to pack and ship all of the mail club stuff every month. And so I've been thinking, it's like, I want to keep doing the mail club stuff. And I'm gonna keep doing the mail club stuff. Because like the mail club accounts for most of my Patreon income. But Mr. Corn, Jay's been trying to talk me into doing like other tiers for the Patreon that are like simpler to fulfill, just kind of more like higher pledges for folks who want to give more and don't necessarily want to get the mail club stuff. Because like I get it, you know, this is not personally my bag. But I know that some people like might maybe want to pledge to a higher tier, but aren't necessarily interested in getting the physical stuff. Because I mean, it is a lot that you're getting shipped to you every single month. But it just feels kind of weird to charge more and not. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking some new tiers would be. And the pricing for this is variable. This is still very much just like worms that I have in my brain. Because I'm thinking like, I would love to do a $20 tier. And I'm trying to think of what the $20 tier would be. If possible, I want there to not be a mail club attached. Because yeah, I was just about to ask if you had a different $10 tier, because I'd love to see the stickers, but I don't really need more stickers and I don't have room to see this is exactly like, this is for you. This is for this type of person, right? It's like who maybe want to, you know, like pledge a little more if they have that money. and you want to pledge a little more, but you don't necessarily
Jay
want
tried
the
to get me
physical
to say
stuff,
that he's
you
smart,
can
but I've seen him
technically
equals
do
fish
this
out of a
already. You
candlestick
can
holder.
join the sticker tier and then just never give me your mailing address, and then I can't send you things. So you could do that. But I'm thinking if I just added a tier that was for that, it might make things a little bit easier. And so I was thinking, but it's like, it just feels kind of icky to have like a higher tier and not do anything with it, right? And so I was just like, what could I do? I don't know what to do. And so I had a thought, and I'm looking for feedback on the pricing model for this. Because I know a lot of folks who are joining my Patreon are, they're joining because they find me through YouTube. And, you know, they go read the comic, but they're finding me through YouTube originally, which means that they're watching my YouTube stuff. So I'm thinking about what I could do to benefit the YouTube folks who don't necessarily want the mail club stuff. I could do end of video shoutouts, is what I was thinking, because I don't do them right now, but I could add that. But see, the thing is, I don't want the shoutouts to be too low priced, because I'm not gonna say who it is, but some of you might be able to suss this out. Is there's one creator I follow who their shoutouts, like shout out at the end of the video, is only like $10. It's part of their, it's like, you pay $10 to the Patreon, you get a shout out at the end of the video. And because they have so many people on their Patreon, the shout outs take like 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God. What about $50 tier for end of stream shout outs? I could do end of stream shout outs, I suppose. But yeah, so if I did shoutouts, hypothetically, if I did like end of channel shoutouts, I already do like end of video credits for all of my Patreons. Like, you join even at the $2 tier, your name gets in the scrolling credits. You could do a lower tier just for written credits. Yeah, I already do that. So everybody who's on my Patreon already ends up in the credits. If you have an active pledge to my Patreon, your name is in the credits of my YouTube videos, whether you watch them or not. So yeah, so I have like visually, I do it, but I was thinking I could add like an audio shout out, like thanks for watching the video, da-da-da-da-da, and thank you to so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so for being my people at the end of the thing. So I was thinking, potentially, what I could do is I could do like, in video shoutouts with no mail club, it may be like a $20, like a $20 tier on Patreon. And then maybe we just add to it and do like a $35 one that's shoutouts and mail club, if you want both. Mail club, I can fucking write. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I've seen some artists do little characters in credits for really high-end patrons too. Yeah, I know a couple of people who do that, so that was another thing. But my idea here is that I'm trying to think of a way to do this that wouldn't add a whole lot of extra work. And see, like, the little doodles of patrons, I would love to do that. It's one more thing I gotta worry about, right? It's just one more thing I gotta do. I'm thinking that I might add that in the future. If I have more time in the future, that's a thing maybe I add later. Like, maybe I add a $50 tier and then I give you little character art, you can use it for whatever, and when your name gets brought up, then I do, like, you only get the one commission, but then it gets used in the video for as long as you're a patron. So I'm still very much brainstorming stuff. You do a lot already. See, that's the problem, is like I was trying to think of ways that I could potentially earn more on Patreon to make my life a little bit easier without necessarily adding a whole lot more work. And like in video shoutouts, easy as hell. That's like not really any additional work, right? But doing like custom doodles and stuff, that would be extra work. So I'm less interested in that. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up on stream because I wanted feedback, I suppose. It's like, what do you guys think?
Brainstorming is good, Mom. But we're still resting, right?
Yes, we're still resting, Vector. Oh my goodness. See, it's like now even my son is getting on my back. Some people do early access videos. Yeah, so I mean, I do that already. A lot of that, like I do early access for videos. Patrons and also channel members get my videos basically as soon as they're done. Once they are done and uploaded, then patrons get access to them, which is usually like up to a week before the video goes up. But yeah, so I've just been trying to think
Rest means cookies, so I have an ulterior motive.
But yeah. So I've just been brainstorming, thinking, and I mean, like, if you guys have any feedback on this, I would be very interested to hear it. I mean, like, does this pricing seem fair? I don't know. That's like my biggest thing is like, is this reasonable? Is this like too much? Because like a lot of the other YouTubers I follow, like their shout outs are a lot lower. And so I feel bad putting it so high. Artists do a thing with their Patreon where a tier puts you in the lottery to be selected for a monthly custom drawing. See, that kind of plays a little fast and loose with like gambling laws. So you'd have to word it like very specifically. And again, custom drawing, it's more work I have to do, right? Because you would otherwise have a lot of shoutouts to do. Your mail club is already at 100. Yeah, I don't... Also, Liam Smith, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Cookie.
Vector. But yeah, I think the pricing sounds fair. If what you're going through, this price is fair, especially if you're trying to balance your workload. He said that one. Did he say it? I didn't hear him. Or was it... Did he just say like... I didn't hear him. Did he say like cookie emoji? I don't know if he did it. Or was that him responding to what Jay said? Feel like it's a fair thing to offer considering the lower tiers already get a lot. Yeah, the price was... If anything was dropped down price-wide, I'd drop the in video to 15, but I feel like 20 is fine. I have to dig through the market research. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it is a lot. But the other thing is, I kind of like the idea of having the shout-outs start at 20. Because then it's like I said, I appreciate the support. I really do. I don't want to have 20 minutes at the end of every episode doing shout outs. Not that I think I'm going to get that many, but like, I don't want an overwhelming amount of time at the end of my videos to be shout outs. And so I kind of want to keep the gate to entry a little high just to avoid that and save my voice. Raising up the mail club. I don't want to raise the price of the mail club, but I might have to just because inflation. I'd say 35 is good for the highest tier right now because it feels in line with the amount of subscribers you have. I'd say video topic votes would be a good idea because I'd be very interested in that. Yeah, so with videos in general, it typically ends up just being whatever I feel like. But I do occasionally put out polls, but the thing with the polls is like, it's hard for me to make a video and like focus on the script. I feel like my best work is done when it's the video topic that I personally am the most interested in. So like, I kind of lost my train of thought. My train of thought has derailed completely. But yeah, I feel like I do my best work when it's a video topic that I personally am interested in. And so having polls for future video ideas kind of runs a little bit counter to that, unfortunately. It's something I would love to do in the future, and I have done it in the past, but it's like, here's a poll for my next video topic. I still get the final say, but I'm using this poll to see what people are most interested in. Like, that's how I've used polls in the past, right? 2 new stickers and a print every month for only 15 seems pretty low, but it might just be me. Yeah, like I said, I have been considering raising the price, but if I do raise the price of the mail club, I'll keep it so that, like, people who are already on that tier don't have to pay more, but, like, I'll raise the price for new folks. Because, yeah, it is getting a little expensive now, especially because I'm outsourcing my stickers. But yeah. So, it's all stuff that's bouncing around in the brain. But, yeah. Maybe instead of custom doodles, you could have patrons doodle themselves. Well, I mean, I could do that, but not all of my people are artists, right? And I mean, that's like paying for the privilege of having your doodle in my videos. And I'm like, that seems weird. Can add an extra rank to stuff to your Discord as well for higher patrons? Potentially. I'm not entirely sure what I would do with that, but I mean, it's an idea. Get a special emoji by your name. Because, like, my patrons are already purple in my Discord. So if you join my Discord and you're a Patreon, you get a purple name and a little sage emoji next to your name because that's the one that folks voted for.
Or I'll teleport you all into a library without any encyclopedias.
Oh my goodness, my son. Maybe you could do something with having custom stickers in the custom bundle, like they tell you to draw something. See, again, it's an interesting idea, but I'm trying to avoid anything custom. Anything with the word custom in it is going to be more work, and that's what I'm trying to avoid because I already have too many things going on. Instead of com pictures, you could do pictures of the patrons' pets. I'd still have to, well, I guess if they like submit pictures, that's a thing, but we're trying to focus on stuff that would not add additional art that I have to do consistently, right? To advertise your Patreon more in your videos by showing the benefits specifically of your higher tiers while slowly raising prices. I mean, I kind of do that already. If I end up doing like these, I would of course be advertising them in my videos, and especially if I eventually do this. But this probably wouldn't be for a while because, okay, actually, you know what? If I do this, I could make it a limited tier. Like only 5 people are allowed. Because I could do just like a really simple, just little like headshot doodle of just like a floating head. That's just like, this is gonna look like shit, but just do like a character like this. And just like be a cute little floating head and just like have that kind of like scroll past the screen or something. I could do that and those would be pretty easy, and I could put a limit on this tier. And be like, there's only 5 available. So that could be a thing. Here, let me clean up because it's getting all messy now. To 5, potentially 10 because the art's easy to do. It's a thought. Could be a tier for people having a copy of the page file, like the PSD pages for Castoff. I could do that. I actually used to do that, but no one was actually like downloading them, so I stopped. Coloring page idea. I'm back reading a little bit. Hey, YouTube, I don't want to insert ads right now. Coloring pages. That would be interesting. Because, like, okay, so the thing is, I do keep all my files for my mail club art. So I could potentially do coloring pages. The January wouldn't work so well because most of that is lineless, but I could do, like, where's the December print? I could do coloring pages for Mail Club. That wouldn't be too hard. Because that would just be a matter of, like, turning off all the extra layers. Oh, she's chugging. Oh, there we go. It took a sec. Because, yeah, that'd just be a matter of, like, turning off all that. Could do that. Could do that. Honestly, like, this could even be, like, a thing for my $2 tier. Because that's, like, so easy, you know? I might add that. Because that's easy enough that... Coloring pages were cute. I did like the Mail Club coloring pages. It was a cool learning tool for figuring out rendering. Coloring pages tend to attract people because they can be done digitally, or people can print them in color traditionally, so it's a good option for folks. It wouldn't even need to be full pages. It could just be the stickers. I could definitely do that. That is something I could definitely do and could encourage people to pledge at my lower tiers as well. These are good ideas. See, this is why I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Is I would not have thought about that. But yeah. But yes. Do you do work in progress pages? If not, could you do that? So I kinda do. So here's a little sneaky peeky preview. So what I do is I'll just open a random one. So this is something that patrons get with each page. So like they get the full page, they get it early, and then they also get this, which is just like every step of the process, right? And so patrons get this for every single page of the comic that goes up. I'd probably put it at the tier 5 at least, though. Not to make it its own tier between 5 and 10. I know it's not much work, but still. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I could make that a $5 thing. But yeah, so like patrons, my $5 patrons get this with every new page. It's just like a beat by beat of like the steps, all as one like image. This is a new page. No, it is not. This page has been up on the side for at least a month. But yeah, so I could definitely do coloring pages. We could move that over to the 5, I suppose. Where's my water?
I'm seeing a lot of me up on screen.
Yeah, Vector, you're the main character. That's what happens. Spoiler for non-patrons. No! Guys, this page is on the website. Guys, this page was released. This is in chapter 11. We finished chapter 11 already. It's up on the website, you guys. Y'all gotta catch up. Could the Mail Club prints work as desktop backgrounds? They probably aren't the right aspect ratio. Yeah, they would need to be wider. So like you could, but you'd either need to stretch them or you'd need to crop off.
The main character.
Why would Zara be the main character? He has no ass. His ass too flat to be the main character. I'm not saying, well, though everybody in my cast has a flat ass, so that's not even saying anything. That's not even. But yeah. Yes, we're having thoughts here. We're having thoughts. Color and liner of the stickers for $2 and then color in for the print and sticker. Yeah, I'm thinking if I do coloring pages, I want to just keep it all together. Just make it easy. Just make it easy. Just keep it all together. Make it simple. Make it slappy. Yeah, so like here's the boy has been orbed. But I can just like, oh, this one's gonna be different because there's multiple ink layers. Background. Yeah, so that's what the line art would look like for that one. Orb, 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 orb. Set him free. No, he is orb.
Save me. I'm orbed.
No. You've been orbed. Deal with it. He's in orb. It's safe there. It's safe in the orb. Safe from the world's problems. Safety in orb. But yeah, I could definitely do like coloring pages. That would be an easy thing to do. It wouldn't really require any extra work except for like exporting the coloring files.
Mother, I am not safe in here. There is no oxygen.
You could breathe just fine. You don't need oxygen. You're a fictional character. You don't need to breathe.
How about a Patreon tier where mom frees me from the orb and I get fed a cookie on stream?
That's not a Patreon tier. That would need to be reward for... Here, once I'm making $5,000 a month on Patreon, then I'll give Vector a cookie. There. But yes. So yeah, I've just been having thoughts. I do appreciate the feedback though. Because like,
Mom,
this is...
you promised a cookie after dinner.
Fine, you can have a cookie after dinner and you can have another cookie once I'm making the big boy dollars on Le Patreon.
You heard her, chat. My belly craves cookies. It's in your hands now.
Anybody has $3,000 a month they want to just, you know, drop on Simp Bucks? Do not actually do that. That's terrifying. That's more than the rent of my house. It's not rent, I have a mortgage, but I'm used to saying rent because I've lived in an apartment my whole life, basically. Pay me and then I'll feed my child. Yeah, feeding a child costs money, gang. But yeah. Oh my god. Liam Smith, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I thought I heard Vector say something, but I guess not. Vector, are you gonna say the cookies? You did it last time, apparently. He's shy. He's shy. Would the custom doodle be one doodle per month or spread out? I'm thinking probably if I did this one, it would be like you get the custom doodle your first month on that tier, and then it gets used in the video, like all my videos for all the subsequent months you have it pledged. Does that seem fair?
Feed Vector a cookie.
Hey, you did it! Vector, you did it! He did it! He said it! Oh my god, he said it! I'm so proud of him! Jared Sadewater, thank you for the super chat. He actually read the super chat. I'm so proud of him. I guess he's earned a cookie. I guess he's earned a cookie at this point here. Cookie for Vector. There, you can have a cookie now. I will feed him a cookie. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, that didn't really work. Yum, 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 yum. There. Cookie. Yeah, Jared, I think you might be the chosen one. I think you might be the chosen one. My poor sweet boy finally got his cookie. There. There. The prophecy has been completed. Oh my goodness. How are there still 200 people here? Where are you guys coming from? This is kind of scary, honestly.
Mom, you just mashed cookie into my hair.
No, I didn't. I fed you. You can't move. You are a static image. Like a mother hearing their child say their first words. Yeah, basically. Just as exciting. Getting my sweet boy to actually read super chats properly. Incredible performance. Yeah, so that's all the talking points I had for this stream. It's only been an hour and a half. Could doodle some more. I'm kind of tired. My water. My throat's getting all dry from all the talking.
Thank you, Jared, for the cookie.
Yes, good boy. Is Vector tied to the dollar amount? He shouldn't be. He should use like every super chat. I mean, I think he can't say emojis. I don't think he knows how to sound out emojis. And you have to actually include a thing. But, like, there was another one earlier that he didn't say, and it didn't have anything weird in it. Shrug. Maybe one doodle every 3 to 4 months consecutive memberships at that tier level? Potentially. Potentially. He said the cookie emoji. I'm still not entirely convinced he said the cookie emoji.
Sorry if this is a bit unrelated, but I've been wondering this for a bit. Since you've played Zero Escape 999, have you played the sequel yet?
9999.
If so, what did you think of it? And if you haven't, do you ever plan on doing so?
Great Food Nerd, thank you for the super chat. So I guess Vector does know how to read super chats. When he feels like it. Is that Vector's canonical voice? It's pretty close. As far as the super chat, I have played all of the Zero Escape games. It has just been a really long time. The original is definitely my favorite. Virtue's Last Reward was fun to play.
Hi, I'm Vector and I am immensely depressed. At least I'm not gonna be traumatized any further in the future, right?
I can't promise. Vector, sweet.
I was dying of cookie starvation. Not my fault.
Vector, sweet boy. But yeah, so I've played all the Zero Escape games. 999 was my favorite. The ending of the second one was weird. Trying to keep spoilers to an absolute minimum,
Dawn
all
is
I will say...
mod and I will acknowledge her now.
Are the mods fighting with my son? You guys are fighting for custody of my boy. But yeah, so all I'm gonna say about Virtue's Last Reward is that what do you mean character name redacted didn't see his reflection for the entire game? What do you mean? There was like a pond. There was so much metal in that building, and you're telling me he never caught sight of his reflection until the very end? You would seriously expect me to believe that? Of all the shit that was in that game, that was the most unbelievable plot twist. I refuse to believe that Eddie... He didn't even, like, touch his face once during the entire thing. Ridiculous. And then, honestly, Zero Time Dilemma is forgettable. I don't remember most of it. I need to go back and replay those games, but yeah. 999's good. Virtue's Last Reward is fun, but the ending is dumb. And then Zero Time Dilemma is...
Mother, don't redact my name.
It's not... I'm not talking about you, Vector. I'm talking about a character in the game... In a video game. You are not in a video game. Also, Matthew Michener, thank you for the super chat. Vector's not depressed. He's a sweet boy who's just going through some stuff. As far as not getting traumatized anymore, I cannot promise that. I cannot promise that. Does it help if I say that it will be worse for other characters? Is that helpful? Is that beneficial for you guys to hear? I don't know if it's beneficial to hear that. No. Oh, Vector, you gonna read it?
Not gonna lie, I'd like to see Boss Starfish play Shoot His Blood and Teeth.
My son, he's actually reading
but I could be in a
super
video
chats now.
game. Consider.
I'm so proud of him. He's actually reading super chats like he's supposed to. Lord Commander Argentius, thank you for the super chat. I don't know what that game is. I've never heard of it, actually. That's a good game? Well, I will look it up, potentially. I usually do, like, more story-based stuff on stream, and that sounds like a game that's probably not... It's a Warhammer game? Oh, is it now? Are there 40,000 of them? Let me tell you, yeah, I know Jay knows stuff about all of those hammers and the war that they're in. But yeah, I've never heard of that one. I don't know. I'll consider it. I'll look it up. You get to be one of the boys? See, it's the thing. Is it like Warhammer seems like this franchise that's like so ubiquitous with people, and like so many people I know are like huge fans of it. But it's like I almost never see like stuff on social media about it. I almost never see videos about it. I almost never see it like actually talked about online. But then when I ask my friends, hey, do you know what Warhammer is? They're like, oh my God, I love Warhammer. I'm like, I'm not even sure if Warhammer really exists anymore. I think Warhammer might be a prank that's being played on me. I have an idea. I explain Warhammer to you. It'll be a series. We just need to make this into a stream. And then we just edit it into a highlight reel, obviously. This is how it's... No, it's real. See, how do I know you're not pranking me, though? Because I think that Warhammer is just a prank that is being played on me. Warhammer is an SCP? I'd believe it. I'd believe it. SCP-40K. Where it's like, it doesn't actually exist. It's one of those things where it's like when you look at it, it stops existing. But when you actually like, you don't acknowledge it, somehow it's like super popular.
I love Dawn Best Mod and will keep me safe from trauma.
She can do her best, but she can't stop me. Green Holly, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. In fact, are you gonna read the second one? It takes him a minute. He's shy. Vector. Vector, say the line. Vector, please. Vector, please. I don't know why he's not saying this one. Maybe he's just taking him a while. But yes, the Grapefruit Nerd, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. If you want to play a story-based game, Raging Loop is an amazing visual novel that surprisingly not many people have heard of. I feel like I've heard of that one at some point.
My plan for 2024 is go to Venecia and explore or the city on the water.
Vector, why did you read that one and not the one before? Was there like a cooldown or something? Oh my goodness. I don't know why Vector is just like being so persnickety today. But yes, MW87, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Venice sounds fun. I've never been to Europe. Sounds cool. Vector must read super chat. I don't know why he didn't read this one though. Here. I'll do it myself. Dang it. One sec. I can make him read stuff manually.
If you want to play a story-based game, Raging Loop is an amazing visual novel that surprisingly not many people have heard of.
There.
I told you. It's a severe and tragic cookie deficiency.
All right, you're just trying to wriggle more cookies out of me. Vector has selective literacy, apparently. He can only read super chats if they're $5 or more. But that one was $5, so what the heck, Vector? You can't be prejudiced against our super chatters like that. These people are parting with their perfectly good money to get you to read their super chats. You need to get your stuff together, Vector. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. He needs a cookie jar, apparently. Apparently. Yes, thank you for the super chats, everybody. I appreciate it. And so does Vector. Super chats are Vector's cookie fun, apparently. Well, he didn't read was $4.99. Yeah, I don't know why he's not doing it. I don't know why he's being so selective. Vector, what's your deal? Put him in the cookie jar? Now there's an idea. Vector, I know you want cookies, but do you want to be a cookie? Wrector only reads for the rich, apparently. The rich and the rich in character, aka my moderators. If you have a wrench next to the name, Wrector will pay attention to you.
No, not the jar.
I'm gonna put you in a jar. Cookie jar. You want cookies, right? That's how you're gonna get them.
Don't jar me, bro.
Bro? Who's teaching you these words? Who is teaching you to say bro? Who taught you that? That was either Frank or that was probably Rory, honestly. Who's teaching my son these words? Hang on, I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna close my blinds because it got all dark. And I'm worried that people are gonna walk past my house and they're gonna see me being a VTuber and they're gonna be like, ew, VTuber, cringe. Ugh. Yeah. You guys are corrupting my son. Your words. How dare you, honestly.
Nobody. Okay, it was Rory.
You guys are corrupting my son. How dare you? I wonder if there's a... Is there a cooldown that's on, potentially? Cooldown 0. Maybe that'll help, because I think that maybe those super chats were too close together, and maybe that's why he didn't read it.
Cookie, 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 cookie.
Okay, that one I heard. That one I heard. That one did work. Oh my god. Cookie, 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 cookie. Liam
Jay
Smith,
is fine,
thank you for the
but
super
I've seen
chat.
that man eat goldfish from a candlestick holder, and that doesn't seem smart.
It doesn't. Jay does eat goldfish out of a candlestick holder like a freaking weirdo. We don't know what's up with him. I did hear him say that one, though. That was very cute. Cookie, 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 cookie. Oh my goodness, that was adorable. That was adorable, my sweet boy. All right. Anyway, we're talking about Patreon stuff. And we got sidetracked because my sweet, sweet, sweet boy has just been so talkative.
Sly, I didn't mean to ignore you.
Oh, there's a boy. There's a... Yeah, cookie, 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 cookie. You gave him one and now he's craving more. See, this is why I was saying we have to wait until after stream to give Vector cookies or else he's gonna go crazy. I told you guys. And it's like you're... I warned you about giving the Vector a cookie, and now it's just all he wants. Still the best, thank you for the super chat. Vector, you gonna read it?
Give Vector more cookies. He needs them to survive.
You don't need cookies to survive. There's other foods that are healthier for you. There are other foods that are healthier for you, my son. Also, why are you talking in the third person? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
I'm legally not allowed to say swears. Sorry.
What swear did he react to there? If you try to get him to say swears, he refuses to say it. I don't know what in that message he considered a swear, Jay, but apparently something was. Sounds like anti-cookie thinking. Yeah, I'm like a cookie hater. I'm so hate cookies. Probably die, probably.
Die.
Oh, no, he can say that! No, he can say that! That's not a swear. Vector, my son, that was very scary. My son, no. William Smith, thank you for the super chat. Vector, you gonna say it? We're grooving. I think maybe some emojis trip him up a little bit. I'm still laughing about the just die. Vector, no! Sweet boy. Sweet boy is being corrupted. This is Vector's corruption arc, and it's all you guys' fault. Genshin Impact. Game with a lot of problems and some pretty good jams. This is specific remix, though. It's a little different. It's got a good beat.
I've gained so much cookie power that I'm gonna Thanos snap everyone who doesn't put their carts back in the corral at the grocery store.
Okay, on the one hand, that's terrifying, but on the other, good, honestly, because people who don't put their carts back at the grocery store do deserve to get Thanos snapped, for the record. It takes like 2 seconds. Just put your freaking cart away. Just put it away. Honestly. Centaur Works, thank you for the super chat. Let's see if Vector reads this one.
God is dead, because he took my cookies.
Vector. Okay, so God wasn't the word that he was scared of. I don't know why he didn't react to that one. What does he think is a swear?
If you feed me enough cookies, I'll turn into a centipede.
No! Centipede Vector is no more. There will be no more centipede. Or cookies. No. Past, maybe, because ass is in past? Maybe. Maybe. I wonder if that's what it is. It's a mystery.
Fueled.
No? Maybe he just doesn't like you, Jay. Jay, maybe he just doesn't like you. And he thinks you're trying to corrupt him. And he's like, no, I don't swear. Vector. Jay.
Hey mom, is it okay that Ariana showed me your gun? Cause it looked cool and shot cubes.
You guys are corrupting my son. This needs to stop. Stop corrupting my son. Ugh.
Jay, you scare me.
Yes, as he should. He's making you say you can stop listening to the corn man. He doesn't have words of wisdom for you. He's just trying to corrupt you and get you to say
cookie.
Thank you, Vector. Thank you, Vector. Good boy. Right, I got the super chats. Cookie. It was almost a beat there. There was almost a beat going. So, I almost hesitate to tell you guys this. But, there is a 500 word cap, or a 500 character cap on the text-to-speech. So you could, in theory, send a super chat with 500 cookies. And I don't know what that would do. But yes, Liam Smith, thank you for the additional cookies. Now, okay, I don't know if each emoji counts as one character or if it's like cookie and then that would be like 6 characters. I don't know. And I know that if you do too many, it just won't read it. There's a cap, right? So I don't know how that's gonna work. Hang on. If I turn down Spotify, then I can hear Vector easier. Then me Star can hear Vector easier. Okay, maybe that will help. Is the music a good volume? Is dumb music a good volume? I think it might be a little bit low. There. We need to test it. Yeah, who's gonna... Who's going to, oh, it's good? A little quiet? Okay, I did turn it up just a bit there. Okay. My thing is, like, I don't want the music to be too loud, you know? Yeah, who's gonna... who's gonna bite the bullet and send the super chat with, like, 500 cookies in it? Music fine here? Alright, cool. So I'm gonna leave it where it is then.
Gotta say, Mom, making me was your best business idea ever.
Yeah, apparently, because now... apparently it was.
Mom, when's dinner? I want to eat more of Chat's cookies.
Vector. After stream, buddy boy, after stream.
We need a shirt that's just me saying cookie over and over.
Apparently. How would we even draw that? Would it just be like a little shirt of just little... Where's my pencil to it? A little Vector just like eating cookies forever. It's like cookie, 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 cookie. And there's just Vector on the side eating the cookies. Is that just a thing? Is that a thing that's gonna happen? Is that something? Cookie emojis for days. Cookies, 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 and boys got a cookie. My very first Castoff shirt. Cookies would go around the whole shirt. I don't know if my print-on-demand supplier can do, like, wrap-around text, but maybe. Cookie, 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 cookie. I'm, like, sitting here in dread. Because I feel like someone out there is probably just like copy pasting cookies into the super chat window right now. And that scares me. Would you ever add like comic critiquing and giving tips on a tier list like on Patreon. I mean, so that is a thing that I have considered doing in the past, like consulting for comic stuff. It would have to be a limited tier.
Sometimes I dream I'm a centipede, and I have all these extra legs. For more cookies.
I don't know if centipedes can... If you were a centipede, you would be much smaller and you wouldn't be able to eat cookies, Vector. You have to think about these things, Vector. Also, why would you want to be a centipede? That's terrifying. Don't be a centipede. Don't. It's scary. Centipede Vector is no longer canon. It hasn't been canon since like 2011. Sheesh. You started Vector Pete. Listen, I did, but I also wanted to finish it. And now it's just still going. Still going.
Mom, centipedes have bottomless stomachs. Everyone knows this.
They patently do not. They are very small. Super chats have a 50 character limit.
Mom, Sly sent you a picture for my shirt in the Discord.
Okay, let me go look at this.
Oh, that's right. Centipedes eat nuggies. How silly of me.
Amazing. Yes. Perfection. Perfection. So this image, but it's Vector and cookies. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Ah! This is me when I don't have tasks to do. This is me when no tasks. Incredible, amazing, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Just a very happy Vector. It's just raining cookies. Yeah, it's like one of those all over print shirts. Ha. What a something that is. You guys are silly. But yeah, so I think at this point, the actual informational part of the stream has ended. At this point, we've just moved on to just talking to Vector the entire stream, and I think I'm okay with that, honestly. I probably won't go too much longer. It is 7, and I was thinking of probably just doing this one for like 2 hours, so it has been about 2 hours. But yeah. I don't do just chatting streams very often, because I feel like I don't have a lot to talk about most days. But I'd do them more frequently if folks were interested. Because, like, I do art streams.
Now is my time. It's Vector's stream now, baby.
Apparently, Vector, you're the star of the show, my sweet son. But yes. So, I mean, like, I don't generally do just chatting streams because I feel like they're not... I feel like I'm not interesting. But that's the most views I've had on a stream in a long time. Like, my gaming streams don't get that many views. And my art streams usually do pretty well, but I usually average at about, like, somewhere between 100 and 150 for art streams. There's like 200 people here for most of the stream. And I was just talking about stuff. Should I do these more often? I feel like I should do these more often if people are that interested. I don't know. Do people think I'm that interesting that I can actually like just do just chatting streams and be interesting? I don't know what I would talk about for that much. Yeah, do more? Okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses in the chat. Turns out we do in fact like to hear what you have to say. God, what a concept. So yes, I want to be a stream. Asking Castoff questions, but also chat was supposed to remind you to do the chapter 1 through 3 readouts. I'm working on it, I promise. I promise. But yeah, I don't know. If people if people like just chatting streams, then I could potentially do them more frequently. Or a Q&A stream could also do that. I was thinking about doing one for like
Yes. Get vectoring losers.
Hey, Vector, be nice. Don't call the chat losers. That's so rude. Yeah, I could potentially do like Q&A streams and stuff, but I don't know. I know like some VTubers do like just chatting streams or Zatsudans, but like I've always kind of avoided them because I feel like I'm just not that interesting. Monthly check-ins could be nice. That's not a bad idea. I could commit to doing one of these a month, just like a little just chat and stream, shooting the shit, talking about stuff. I know people do that. I know people that do Patreon only streams. That is another thing. That's another thing I could do. Like patron/members only streams. I'd have to probably do them on Discord or something. Can report that super chatting 50 cookie emojis gets hit with a spam hammer. No! Rip. No endless cookies for my son. No endless cookies for the boy, I suppose. Oof. A shame. No endless rain of cookies for my son. No.
Rory is teaching me to play Fortnite, and she says that a lot when I shoot someone. Sorry, Mom.
Why is Rory teaching you how to play Fortnite? I'm gonna have to have a talk with her. She's teaching you irresponsible behavior and language. Awful things that you should not be saying. Q&A streams would be nice every so often. I could do more Q&A streams. At some point I'm gonna run out of Q's to A, you know? Or they'd like just get repetitive, right? I don't know. But yeah, like I've also considered doing like members only or patron live streams, but I feel like not enough people would go to those. Because like that kind of pretty significantly limits the reach, right? And I know it would be like more of a, that's kind of the idea. It's a little bit more like intimate. You actually get to
She
talk.
teaches me to have a great KD ratio and how to hit the gritty.
No.
I wanted to play Stardew Valley, but Rory said that was lame.
My cat food feeder just went off. I don't know if you guys heard it. So I have a new mic input. And it picks up a lot more sounds now because the sensitivity is a little higher. I don't know if you guys heard that. But yes, I'm going to have to talk to Rory about teaching my son horrible things. The Q&A wouldn't be us asking you things. No, it would, but I mean, I guess it's not a super big concern or anything, but I feel like that would maybe get a little bit repetitive. And if I did a Q&A stream, people are just going to ask me questions about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know why people keep commenting stuff about Five Nights at Freddy's on my videos. I have never said anything about Five Nights at Freddy's except for jokes about Sage being, like, purple. But, like, so many people keep bringing up Five Nights at Freddy's, like, in my comment section and on my Discord, and it's just, in the streams, and I'm like, guys, I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. Why do we keep talking about this? Why do we keep talking about this, guys? What is the deal with the Five Nights at Freddy's thing? Why are y'all so obsessed with FNAF? Talk to her about her trash opinion about Stardew Valley too. Okay, so here's my thing about Stardew Valley. I think Stardew Valley is a fine game. Personally, it doesn't quite hit the same. Rune Factory has kind of ruined Stardew Valley for me.
They keep yelling about the bite of 87 and I don't know what they mean, but the scary bear is scary.
Yes, Vector, that is correct. They do keep like making memes about Five Nights at Freddy's and I don't understand them and it's very scary. It's definitely kids. It's definitely like children who are obsessed with FNAF and I'm just like, what are we talking about? Guys. But yeah, so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Stardew Valley. I played Stardew Valley on my Switch. I bought it. I played it. I beat the community center and then I got bored and I stopped playing. Because like my thing with Stardew Valley is like, it's a fine game. It's a good like farming sim. I don't want to deny that. Like the inclusion of like, Stardew Valley has a lot of nice things. Like I love sprinklers. I love that it does have a little bit of dungeon crawling in it. Love that it does have some stuff that's like Rune Factory and games like that don't have. My big thing with Stardew Valley is that it I don't care about any of the characters. It's like, it's like, I'm not really interested in any of the characters, and I just like, that's one of the big things that keeps me interested in playing a game like that.
Can I play Rune Factory then? Tell Rory it's not lame.
Yeah, you can play Rune Factory. But yes, Rune Factory is fun. Rune Factory is basically if Stardew Valley was very anime and also had more of an emphasis on like crafting and dungeon crawling and stuff like that. But yeah, and so like with with Stardew Valley, I really liked completing the community center because I feel like that was the thing. And I don't know. So I've been watching some Stardew Valley videos. I like watching people do 100-day challenges in Stardew Valley because it's similar to Pikmin. Watching people play games like that uber efficiently makes the brain go brrr. Shane is so broken. He's an asshole and I don't like him. But yeah, I actually had a conversation with my brother's girlfriend about the game. I was like, because she really likes Stardew Valley. And I'm like, yeah, I played Stardew Valley, but I wasn't really interested in any of the characters. And she's like, oh yeah, all the characters are kind of like horrible people. And I'm like, okay, thank you for validating my opinions on this. But yeah. My favorite thing about Stardew Valley is honestly the sound design. The little pop noise that it makes when you pick up items off the ground. Like you chop down a tree and then you go pop, 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 pop. When you pick up items. Oh, so satisfying to the ears. It's so good. It just makes me go, oh, it's like ASMR. It's so nice. But yeah, so if you put Rune Factory and Stardew Valley in front of me, I would pick Rune Factory every time. If you enjoy Stardew Valley, I would highly recommend Rune Factory. Very similar games, but more of an emphasis. It's like Stardew Valley, but it was also a JRPG. So it's nice. It's nice, it's fun. My other thing recently is one of the reasons I've had a hard time, like circling back, one of the hard times that I've kind of been like working so much recently is because my brain hates being bored. I feel like I need to be doing something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be productive, but it needs to be something, right? I need to be doing something. And so usually when I get to feeling like that, I really want to play a video game. But recently, like, none of my video games have been giving me the brain serotonin. Because, like, I played Rune Factory 3. But I kind of got to the end game of Rune Factory 3, and then I got kind of bored, and I was like, it's not giving me the serotonin anymore, and I can't decide who I want my character to marry, and I'm just kind of like, eh. And so that one kind of stopped giving me the serotonin. And then I tried, like, playing some other games. I've been playing a lot of Spvwvky, but that's not really, like, interesting long-term. That's like, I'll plug I'll plug, like, 45 minutes into Spvwvky before bed, and it like hypnotizes me into falling asleep, right? Which Rune Factory do you recommend? 4. If you're gonna get any of the Rune Factory games, get 4. 4 is the best one. You don't have to play the other games to play Rune Factory 4 first. You're going to miss out on a handful of references, but it's negligible. And it's very minor stuff. My suggestion for what Star should do in her free time, read more books. I really should. But I have such a short attention span. It's hard for me to like keep my brain satisfied with reading these days, and that sucks. That's no fun, but yeah, I don't know. My friends in D&D yesterday were yelling at me to read Discworld, Terry Pratchett, because they said it's like just because like they know the type of worlds that I create, and they know the type of stuff I like based on the type of stuff that I put in our D&D game. And they're like, Star, based on this campaign, you would love everything about Discworld. And I'm like, maybe. The author doesn't like reading. I used to a lot. It's hard for me to find time to sit and read these days, and it does bum me out because I used to be able to chew through like an entire book in a day at school. Like between classes, I would just like, I used to be super fast at reading. I was reading at a college level in 3rd grade. I kind of fell out of reading once I got too busy with other stuff, and then it's been hard to get back into it, right? But yeah, I was talking about something. Oh yeah, so video games. I kept thinking, it's like, okay, my video games are not giving me the serotonin recently. So maybe I just need a new video game. And so I ended up buying Octopath Traveler 2. I played the original Octopath Traveler. I was not a huge fan of it, and my biggest complaint about that game is just that the stories were too separate. Like, you have these 8 protagonists, and they all have their own stories, and they're traveling together at a party, like as an adventuring party, and they basically never talk to each other, and their stories are not related to each other at all, and that drove me a little bit crazy. I'm like, why are you people traveling together? This makes no sense. I heard through the grapevine that Octopath Traveler 2 improves on that aspect, and that, like, there actually is some linkage between the stories to make it more interesting. So I did buy Octopath Traveler 2, and I do enjoy that game. It's gorgeous. The music is so pretty. It looks so pretty. The characters are adorable. Particio, oh my god, I love him. He's so cute. He's so cute. I love him. The game is not giving me the serotonin that I want it to give me, and it's disappointing. I've played like 7-8 hours of Octopath Traveler 2, and it's fine. It's just not doing it for me for whatever reason. I don't know why, and it's bumming me out. And so what I ended up doing was I still haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I got to a point where I had basically done everything in Tears of the Kingdom except go fight the last boss. But I wanted it to give me a little bit more serotonin before I finished the game, and so I ended up restarting my game last night. And I'm still, like, in the first area. I'm still, like, in the sky area. I haven't left it yet, because I only played, like, an hour last night. Did you get to the train in Octopath 2? I haven't. So, in Octopath Traveler 2, I started in the top left of the map with, like, the characters, and I've been working my way around. So I've picked up all the characters who are on the west continent. But yeah, I just got on the boat for the first time, and I picked up the girl who's, like, half monster or whatever, but I haven't done her prologue yet. I need to. Maybe you need a genre change. Maybe you sounds like you're playing a lot of fantasy stuff. Maybe try a different genre. I mean, I could, but it's just like most of the games I'm interested in are fantasy games is the thing. Gaming can't compare to D&D. It can't. Honestly, because D&D lets me make my perfect little blorbo and then put them through all kinds of situations. Like the cliffhanger we left on Thursday, Jay, that I'm still mad about. Oh my god, is it next Thursday yet? I need more Dungeons and Dragons injected directly into my veins because Jay's been teasing me about all this shit. We left off on a really bad cliffhanger on the last session, you guys, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad about that cliffhanger. I'm so mad about it. Because what the fuck? Ah! But yeah, so I ended up restarting my playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom, and so I'm probably going to be plugging away at that for a little bit, because I do really like that game. I just kind of, my momentum for it just kind of petered out, and then I never actually, like, played the final section. So I'm hoping that that'll do something for me. Final Fantasy 14. Okay, you guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Final Fantasy 14. I really want to get into Final Fantasy 14. I really want to, and I've tried. I've played the game. I made a character. Her name is Miya Hoshinya. She's a little blonde cat girl, and I love her very much. I'm not very good at MMOs. I have a hard time keeping motivated with MMOs. It's like, it's kind of the same problem that I had with Genshin Impact. It's just, Final Fantasy 14 just feels like too much. It feels like there's just too much video game. For my brain, I like knowing that there's an ending that I can achieve. And that I can beat it, and then I'll be done. and games that are constantly being updated, like Final Fantasy XIV and Genshin Impact and all those, I have a hard time getting into those because of the time commitment. And also just MMOs don't really do it for me. Oh, so hi Jinx, we should talk about how our streamed game and our side games are connected. Yeah, that's a whole thing. So if you guys haven't watched our D&D show, What's Left of Us, you totally should. By the way, go subscribe to the channel that we host that on, over on Jay's channel. Go subscribe to him and then tell him in the comments that he's a butthole and we need to play D&D every Thursday. Instead of every other Thursday, because how dare he leave me on that kind of big cliffhanger. My character exploded! It may have killed a bunch of people and I don't know, and it's very scary because he left on a big cliffhanger. Do you guys, if you guys want to know more details about the campaign, there's a thread in my Discord server that you can go read where I do recaps of every session. Ooh, but that's an interesting thing I could talk about. I do, in the future, want to make a video summarizing, what is it?
Mom, you want me to chain him to a radiator so he can't leave and has to run D&D for you?
Honestly, Vector, that would be great. Thank you. Just chain him down and say D&D forever, please. Thank you. Stop leaving us on horrible, horrible cliffhangers and then making me just spin on the floor in a circle for 2 weeks.
On it.
Yay! But yeah, so our Friday game, What's Left of Us, is obviously streamed. We stream that once a month, but our Thursday game we play every 2 weeks. And that one's not streamed or anything. That's just a private game. But the story in that one has been so much fun. It's been so good, and it's been so tense. And I'm just like, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. So what I want to do in the future is I do want to do a video that's just kind of like, not quite an audio book, but like an audio summary of the campaign. Just like kind of talking about the events, like a recap, but like a detailed recap of the campaign. Just like talking in detail about the events and the characters and the world and the NPCs. I would love to do that, make a video like that for our Thursday game. And it would have to be like a series, right? Because, you know, you get up to a certain point and then you got to stop, and then you get up to a certain point and then you got to stop because, you know, the game has to catch up. But like we've already passed a good stopping point. We kind of reached the end of a big story arc that I think would be cool. New podcast series. It kind of like a podcast, yeah. But it wouldn't be like a full, like, actual play. It would just be mostly me narrating, just like what's going on with the characters. And I'm thinking like every 10, 20 sessions or so, I just go in and like do a detailed recap of everything that's happening. I know a few people have already said they're into it. But I would love my fellow players to maybe do some voice lines. I think that would be fun. Put some like fitting music on it. So that's a future video project that I want to work on, but it's going to be a big project, and so it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Beyonce must speak. Yeah, you got to do your Beyonce voice for the camera because it's very good. Yeah, see, Jinx is down. I've already asked Jay if he'd do the intro dialogue for it, and he said yes. And also, Jay, of course, is all the NPCs. So I think it would be really fun. I actually like script it, and it would be a pretty big project, so it would take a while to script and edit and put together and everything. But I think it would be neat, and it would be a way for us to share the campaign and share the story without actually having to like worry about like streaming the game and having it be like an actual like full play podcasty type thing. Because a lot of times we do go on a lot of like tangents and we just talk about random stuff and all that. It'd be nice to just like do a summary though. Because, okay, so my ulterior motive here. My ulterior motive is that I need the entire world to love my baby girl Verity just as much as I do. Because I love her so much. I love my baby girl very, very much. And she's so traumatized. And this is going to be propaganda to get everybody to love my baby. It's propaganda. Tee-hee ha 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 ulterior motives. So instead of, hey Star, what you drawing? It would be, hey Star, what happened last week? This would not be a weekly thing at all. This would be like a once every 6 months update type thing. Like, I would still do the recaps in my Discord, and I would still do, you know, like doodles of things that happen. But, you know, just like every 6 months or so, post an update video, be like, what's going on with the Thursday game? And just like, oh my god. Also adore Naomi. Yeah, no, you play Naomi. She's so fun. I love her. I want us to see more of Naomi in the future because she's delightful. And I want her and Verity to be friends. I feel like they've kind of started bonding a little bit, but I need more. I need the girls to be friends. So I see people are talking about Verity exploding, comparing it to Castoff. So here's the thing, gang. You know how people compare Emery, my character in What's Left of Us, and they compare...
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. You know how people compare Emery and Ariana and say that they are very similar? It wasn't even my fault, but Vector and Verity are also extremely similar. Yeah, shut up, Jay! Shut up! The main similarities were your fault because it was your suggestions for her backstory that caused it. So, like, Verity was kind of... So, Verity was not born from a meteor, but she died, and as part of her resurrection, she fell out of space in a meteor, and sometimes she starts glowing in certain circumstances, and she's also a shy and anxious baby, and... It just makes me laugh because, like, god damn it, I did it again.
Mom, who's Verity? Can I meet her sometime?
You will at some point, my son. I'm so sure about this. I kind of want to draw like outfit swaps. So like Emery and Ariana outfit swap, and then Vector and Verity outfit swap, because I want to draw Vector in armor, and it's cute. I can show you guys Verity if you don't know who I'm talking about. I have art of her in here. These are some doodles. Where's some actual, like...
Wait, so does that mean Verity is like a version of me? Or should we maybe have a library date?
I think you guys would have a library date. I think that would be adorable as hell. Verity is, like, personality-wise different enough than from Vector that it's just like... You know, she's just, you know, shy, anxious baby. Not nearly as, like, fearful of most things as Vector, but it's like they do have enough similarities that it makes me giggle. But yeah, so this is Verity. She's my purple baby girl, and I love her very much. All the art recently has been so good. Thank you. Castoff X D&DAU for the Mail Club. Castoff meets the Tiefs. That would... Oh, my goodness. Wait. No, that... Because the poll ends tonight for February's Mail Club. And the one that won, like the topic that won, was like the stickers are a different thing, but it's a wild card print that I get to decide what to draw. I could do that. I could do that. I could draw them as their corresponding D&D. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe. Oh, that would be so good though. My babies. Who is this baby? This is Verity. She's my D&D character, and she's baby. She's baby. Needs to happen. This is important. Apparently. But yes. Good ideas. I like these. All right. So here's the thing, gang. We've been going for about 2.5 hours now. We've gotten all the important bits out of the way. And my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. So I think we're probably going to call it a little bit early tonight. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. More viewers than I ever expected on a just chatting stream that had barely, like, there was no doodling, basically. But yeah, I mean, if people like these, maybe I'll start doing like monthly just chatting streams. I don't know. Monthly just chatting and monthly karaoke streams apparently is another thing that I need to consider doing. But yeah, so next stream, like I said, we're not going to be doing Wednesday streams for a while. Wednesday streams are kind of on the back burner for now. But Friday we'll be continuing Baldur's Gate. And then next Monday will probably be an art stream because I'll need to work on Mail Club stuff that day probably. But yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you to everybody for the super chats. I'm so happy that my son is actually working as intended. It's very good. I love my sweet little boy. And him reading the super chats is very cute.
Bye, chat. Mom, I'm going to get cookies now and pet the kittens.
Yes, now that the stream is over, Vector can have a cookie. But yes, so I will see you guys next time. Oh, real quick, update. Next video, my next storytime video should be coming out on Monday. Next Monday. So I just finished scripting it like yesterday, so I'm going to work on it this week. And so if you're on my Patreon or my channel memberships, that should come out probably later this week. And then that'll be up for the public on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.